Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to be solving another question from the fundamentals of electric circuits. And on this one, we have the current flowing through an element that is given by, and we need to plot the charge stored in element over t from 0 to 20 seconds. So if I look at this, we'll see that we have 4 different intervals for the current. And we know that the current of, which we show over I, it's I of t, which is going to be dq of t over dt, or derivative of the charge over or with respect to time. So if we just do the integral on each side of this, on the left side, we're going to get the integral of current from t1 to t2. That's going to give us basically the charge. And we need to keep in mind that we need to add a constant in here too. We can call it q or q0, whatever we have. And we're going to go based on this, and we just need to go to each of these intervals and we should be able to find all of them. So let's start with the first one where we have our time between 0 to 6 seconds. So basically our I in here is going to be 3t. All these a's in here are the unit, which is amp. So we're going to go from 0 to 6 dt plus, we're going to need the q of 0, and this is going to give us the q of t. So the integral of 3t is going to be 3/2 of t squared, and we're going to go from 0 to 6. And if we just put the 0 in here, we can figure that this is going to be 3 times 0 plus q0 is going to be 0. So our q0 is basically 0. So we need to keep in mind that the end point of this integral is going to be the starting point of the next interval. So basically this is going to be 0 and this is going to be qt. So all we need to do in here, just put our t in here, which is going to be 6 squared. 36 minus 0 is equal to qt, and this is going to give us basically the q at 0.6. Again, it's going to be the starting point in the next interval. So this is going to be basically 18 times 3, so q6 is going to be 54. We can just plot this graph here. So this is our equation for our first interval. Basically, we have this parabola. We can just show it like this. It's going to be half of the u shape. And if we go to the 6, this is going to give us the value that we found, which was 3 times 18, which was 54. So our plot here is going to be q in the unit of coulombs, and the t would be in seconds. And that's going to be 54. So now we're going to move on to the second interval from 6 to 10 seconds. We're going to have the same story. We have a constant value of 18. So 18 dt from 6 to 10 plus q of 6, which is what we had in the previous step, qt. And this is going to be 18t going from 10 to 6 plus 54. That's going to give us the q at 10. So it's going to be our qt. So we just have to put the 10 minus 6 plus 54. Let's see what we get. So basically 4 times 18 plus 54. That's going to give us 126. So this is going to be our starting point of the next interval. And if we just want to draw the plot in here, we have 18t. So we have a linear curve where the slope is positive and it's 18. So we're going to go somewhere like this. And obviously this is not to this scale, but like I'm just trying to show the basic trend in here. So it's going to be 126 coulombs. And now we're going to move on to the third interval where we have a negative 12 amp. So we're going to have the integral of negative 12 amp dt plus q of, so we're going to go from 10 to 15. And we found the value for the 10 from the previous step. So that's going to give us qt. This is going to be q of 10. So minus 12 t is going to be our graph plus 126. Yeah, so we just have to plot this, and minus 12 times 15 minus 10 plus 126. So let's see what we get. Minus 12 times 5. So this is going to be 66. And this is going to be our plot. As I mentioned, we're going to get into this point 66, and we have a negative slope moving on to 66. So somewhere in here. Again, this graph is not to the scale. And 15 to 20, we're going to have the value of the 0. So we're going to have 15 to 20, 0 plus q of 15. That's going to be our qt. We know this is going to be nothing, and q of 15 is going to be 66. And yeah, so we're going to have a constant value of the 66 coulombs. So here we're going to have from 15 to 20, same value. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this question. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.